last episode in Kajabi in 5 minutes, I mentioned how in the library page, you need to create a menu that connects to your external website. And menus actually aren't something that are super intuitive in Kajabi. And so after I did that, I thought maybe I should just talk a little bit about the navigation and creating menus in Kajabi. This kind of is more of a show instead of tell type episode, and I can't show through a podcast, but I'm going to do my best because I don't want to just leave you hanging on that. And so, um, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Navigations, how to build menus in Kajabi. Probably not super exciting, but really important to know. So, first of all, in Kajabi, if you go to websites, you will see that navigation is on the list there. And this is where you need to go to build your menus. And when you go into this space, Kajabi has some menus that are kind of set there, standard ones, and there are custom, so you can create your own menu and you can edit and rename anything that's there. But what's important to note is that this is where you build your menu. And so what that means is you, for example, on a website, you might have your logo in the middle of the page, and then you might have some menu on the left and some menu on the right of that logo. So you would create a menu, call it main menu left, and then you would add links or pages to this menu. On that note, you can either add a link or a page or something connected to your product. And the link and page work really well. Link is if you just want to type in a URL. And so you can link to anything, of course, and you can put any URL in the link area. If you're linking to your own pages, you can actually just start with the slash that would come after your domain. So if your domain is thecoachsupport.com, then, and if I'm linking to one of my own pages, that's my domain. If you're linking to one of my own pages, then I don't have to type in thecoachsupport.com. I can just start with slash and then put stuff. And then that goes to my stuff page if I had a page for that. So that is how the link works. How the page works is you actually get a drop-down list of all of your website and landing pages. And that is a nice way to do it because the URL doesn't matter. And so, not that I would ever recommend doing this, but if you are the type to change the URLs of your pages, then you can identify it by the page, say your Work With Me page, and then you don't have to worry about if you ever change the URL to that Work With Me page, going back into the navigation menu to change the URL so that it still works. Because you are identifying it by page in the navigation, then whatever you change the name of that page or the URL of that page, the link is still going to work in your menu. And so you create your menus in the navigation area. And then when you're in the website or the landing pages editor, what you do is you just choose which menu to put in. And so going back to that left-hand side stuff, logo in the middle, right-hand side stuff idea, on your page editor, you would click into the header and then you would add the content. So you would have a menu and then a logo and then a menu. And you would go into your menu content block of that header and you would click on the menu selector drop-down list and choose your left-hand side menu. And then on the other one for the right-hand side, you would choose the right-hand side menu. And then those menus with all those links come into your page. And that is how you do it. You don't actually add the links on your page. You add them in the navigation area. And then in the page editor itself, you put in your, which menus you've chosen that have the links already built into them. And if you're interested in doing some more control over what the menu looks like, changing the font size or type or color or spacing or highlighting or underlining or any of that stuff, I've got a really cool course called the Kajabi Code course on my website. And it has all sorts of goodies on how you can actually change the menu so that it looks kind of cool or different, or just so you can actually control what it looks like. Because in Kajabi, you really don't have very much control over the menu by default at all. And so there's some really cool copy and paste code in there that lets you just control what your menu does or looks like, um, which is pretty neat. So that's what it is for the menu. And tune in next time for whatever I'm going to talk about next time.